Hello everyone and welcome back to the AWS Launchpad here live from AWS reInvent 2019 in Las Vegas. I'm Steve Bryan, Senior Technical Evangelist at AWS, and I'm joined here by my co-host Nick on the end here, and some of our wonderful colleagues from the world of AWS networking. Why don't you both introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hey guys, my name is Anup Dawani. I'm a Principal Product Manager with the VPC team in AWS.
And I'm Tom Clavel, Senior Product Marketing Manager for Network Services.
And you, Nick, come on, let's not leave you out. I know you've been on here all day, but...
Yeah, first time on this side of the desk, though. Hey, if you haven't seen me yet, I'm Nick Walsh. I'm a technical evangelist here at AWS.
Cool.
Great.
So we're here to talk about AWS networking, what's new in networking. Tom, why don't we made some networking announcements this week. There was some stuff highlighted in Andy Jassi's keynote yesterday morning. Can you walk us through a high level kind of what's happening and changing in the network space?
Yes, absolutely. So networking is more than just connecting resources on the cloud. How you architect your network is going to determine how secure, how performant, and how available that network is. So this week we've announced a series of innovations to improve the security of your network, to simplify its connectivity, and also to provide you with better visibility and control over what's going on that network. If you are a network engineer or a cloud architect, I think these are probably going to be very important to you.
Cool.
Yeah, from the sound of it, it really looks like from observability to ease of use, there are a lot of really exciting new features that developers that are working with our various networking services will get to use.
So yeah, there are several announcements that we made in networking. The theme you would see is that we are making easy for our customers to build efficient global network using our backbone. We are making it easy for our customers to manage and monitor their global networks. We are making it easy for our customers to connect their branch locations to the cloud. If they have SD-WAN environment, we're making it easy for them to integrate their SD-WAN environment with the cloud. And for the first time ever, customers can run Multicast in cloud now in AWS natively. And we are making it easy for customers to deploy their third-party appliances like Advanced Firewall in their VPC to protect their workload even more.
Cool. So that's a lot of stuff. Tons of new stuff. We have only 20 minutes here on the Launchpad, but we'd love to dive a little bit deeper into some of these services. Can you take us through those kind of announcements in a bit more detail and start with one or two, and then we'll see how many we get through. Hopefully we can get through all of them in the 20 minutes we have.
So many of these advancements that were announced were on Transit Gateway. For those of you folks who don't know what Transit Gateway is, it's a service that we launched last year. It's a network hub in a region that allows you to consolidate network connectivity to the VPCs. Tens of thousands of our customers are actually using Transit Gateway to simplify their connectivity in the cloud in a region. The first announcement that we made is we now allow customers to interconnect their two Transit Gateway across multiple regions, across two regions, so that they can build highly robust and reliable global networks. So they can peer their Transit Gateway across regions and actually build a network that can actually have high throughput, high bandwidth, high capacity.
Got it. So how is this new kind of Transit Gateway peering between regions? How is that different to connecting over the internet?
Yeah. So the peering of Transit Gateway, first it's fully private. Every traffic between the two Transit Gateway travels over our AWS backbone. Second is it's highly reliable. There are no single point of failure, and every traffic that traverses between the two Transit Gateway or our backbone is fully encrypted.
So Transit Gateway, peering in Transit Gateway really enables you to have build a global network that spans across regions and in all of your VPCs, and you can replicate the data for geographic redundancy as well.
Got it. And this is something that before maybe customers would have had to do with their own software or like a lot of kind of heavy lifting to build these kind of regional or global networks across regions.
Absolutely. Customers prior to this announcement, they were trying to connect their VPCs from one region to another, and that were a lot of connections to manage, a lot of management overhead. That now with inter-region transit gateway peering, that simplifies quite a bit, that connectivity.
Brilliant.
Quick question on Transit Gateway for multi-region. What's the cost Any additional cost for being able to do this?
So the cost of transit gateway interregion peering is very similar to how interregion peering works in AWS. Very similar to that. So there's no additional cost that we are we are actually charging customers for interregion peering for transit gateway.
Wonderful. That's always exciting when we get to announce more features for no additional money or free. So
yeah, absolutely. And I think we maybe got a bit ahead of ourselves with the screen here, but another one of the features you're announcing this week is accelerated site-to-site VPN.
That's right. So once customers build their global network by connecting their transit gateways, we are now allowing customers to connect their branch devices to the cloud via a high-performant VPN connection, which is highly scalable and reliable.
Brilliant. So, kind of similar to the cross-region question, but how does accelerated VPN provide that high performance? Like, when we say accelerated, what do we mean by that?
Yeah. Normally, when customers connect over VPN to cloud, they actually use the public internet to actually connect to the cloud. With the public internet, obviously there are many network hops. It's low. The reliability of that connection is low, and you're more exposed to the security attacks. With accelerated VPN, what you get is we let customers get onto AWS backbone from the nearest POP or nearest AWS edge, so that they are quickly on the AWS backbone, and after that they ride the AWS backbone to the cloud, which means high performance network, optimized routing. It's a private network, so the exposure to security attack is minimal, and our backbone has terabits of capacity, so you can be rest assured that the routing of that traffic is happening with the optimized path in a fully predictable and a reliable manner.
Got it.
So basically, site-to-site VPN really secures the communication between sites in your corporate campus, but accelerated site-to-site VPN really brings the performance up to those connections.
And adds additional security as well, as you say, from the reduced risk.
Yeah.
And is that built on the global accelerator technology?
That's absolutely right. So we are leveraging global accelerator technology to give accelerated VPN. Yeah.
Got it. Brilliant.
So 2 down, 4 more to go, it sounds like, or at least a few more to go, right?
Right.
So next up, I think you mentioned before, Transit Gateway Network Manager?
That's right, yeah. So once you have built your global network, once you have connected your branch, that's a lot of connectivity, right? So you need a unified dashboard where you can monitor and manage your network, and that's exactly what Transit Gateway Network Manager is. You can actually look at your global topology, monitor your network, find the status of the connectivity, and take actions if there is anything wrong with that.
I don't want to add another +1 to the counter, but would you say it's a single pane of glass for people?
It is a single pane of glass.
All right, sorry, I had to say it.
Yeah, the promise has been met. So, in terms of network manager, I believe you've got you can show us what it looks like and walk through some of the screen, kind of walk through the screen.
Right. So it's a really cool service. You can actually, as you can see on the screen, you can actually really have one whole holistic view of your global network topology. Here you have a topology that consists of 5 TGWs, 80 VPCs, 50 VPN connection, 1 direct connect connection, 16 physical locations, all of that in a single pane of glass, as, to borrow your term again, right?
I didn't make it, I can't take credit for that.
No.
The cool thing is that you can zoom into a specific physical site and actually get the metadata about what the device IPs are, what is the address, is the VPN connection up or down, what are the IP addresses being used by the VPN connection. All sorts of that information is available on Network Manager.
This is giving me visibility, these kind of spots I see here on the screen, this is visibility into not just my connections in the AWS cloud, but my branch offices and my
branch offices,
my central data
exactly.
centers.
This is your physical site, your branch offices, where you can actually now look at the metadata of those connectivity and the devices, IP address, and things like that, which are important for you to manage your connectivity and network. They're all here in the single dashboard.
This is really exciting. This reminds me a lot of like trace routes on requests and microservices, but you actually get to see the geographic representation of your network, and that always brings another level of clarity.
Not only that, you can actually have a topology view as well. So in the screen, you would see that it actually gives you, again, a holistic view of the topology where connection of the state, connection status is depicted by a color. So as you can see here, you have all the connection up but one. So you can look at that topology view as well to find out what's happening with the connectivity between branch sites and the cloud. There are more things actually on Network Manager.
Well, I'm not going to stop you, so go right ahead.
So, once you have this set up, how many times you wish that you know what's going on in a network so that you can be proactive about it and take action as soon as something happens. So, Network Manager actually provides near real-time metrics of key events, which helps you know what kind of packets in and out are going out of a connection, how many bytes in and out, if there is any change in the event, that's actually also available. So you could know the status of your VPN, if there is any route installed, or if there is a VPN connection that went up and down. All of that actually stuff can be monitored on a Network Manager.
And this uses CloudWatch, right?
They use it. So CloudWatch is a fundamental block, and
so we get the additional features of CloudWatch, like anomaly detection and all these kind of stuff that's the CloudWatch team are innovating on now for our network metrics as well.
You can create your alarm if certain things go over a threshold, and you can actually use CloudWatch for
its core capabilities.
Exactly.
Just sending the metrics into that engine.
So for example, here you see all these things that are happening or events that are happening in your network. Again, but if you want to drill down into a specific event, you can actually click on it. You can go into specific event and understand what's happening. If the BGP came up or down, what was the ASN number of the BGP, what were the IP addresses between the peers and things like that. And one more thing, these events are good, but we also give you a capability to query events. So here is a simple query that tells you that how many route changes happened over the last few hours in a unified, in a one single dashboard, so that how your network has been behaving over a period of time. It helps. It comes really handy when you are troubleshooting an issue or you're trying to actually figure out the health of your network.
And really quickly, what is that syntax that folks use to query their data?
So there is a small query that you can write, and based on, and obviously you can have a custom query, and you can figure out what was happening in your network over a historical period of time.
Wonderful. I know we've got more we want to go through and not enough time that we would want. So really quickly, for this functionality, how much does it cost, and where is it available?
Well, the exciting thing is it doesn't cost anything. There is no specific additional charge for Network Manager. Mm-hmm. Obviously, when you use Transit Gateway, you use VPN connection. Those constructs are customer pay for that. But there's the Network Manager itself is it's absolutely free.
Wonderful. So outside of the cost of storing this data on like S3 or something, the actual analytics part completely free.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just have one more question on this because I'm excited about this. So let's say I've got a customer that's have their own tools and they're managing on premises with their own tools.
Right.
How can they look to Network Manager as maybe we mentioned single pane of glass?
Thanks for asking that question. So more and more we see that our customers who have their, while they're actually moving to cloud, they still have on-prem network that they have to manage. And now what happens is that they have to deal with isolated tools to manage the cloud network, on-prem network, which becomes cumbersome. It's a management overhead. So what Network Manager does is it actually tries to give you one dashboard, one unified view of your cloud as well as the on-prem topology.
Got it.
So in the end, you get a global view of your network, so you can quickly identify issues on the network, and you can rapidly respond to those issues.
Got it. And it's integrated with these kind of cloud scale monitoring and analytical tools that you just, so you can get these events in CloudWatch, you can query them in the same way looks pretty similar to CloudWatch logs, so the kind of syntax query here. So yeah, that sounds fantastic. What do we announce in the SD-WAN space? There seems to be some stuff happening there.
Tom, you want to talk about the partners?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So we are launching, first of all, we're launching this with 4 different partners. So we have Cisco, Aruba, Silver Peak, and Aviatrix, and hopefully we'll get more partners joining us. Right. We are able now to really integrate their SD-WAN into our solutions, including Network Manager, so that our customers can quickly add new on-premises location to the network and get the view of what's going on both on-premises and in the cloud.
So to add to Tom's point, right? So the 3 things that we talked about are really the fundamental building blocks for connecting your branch site to cloud. And we see customers actually, a lot of traffic from branch is headed to cloud anyways. So with with inter-region peering, accelerated VPN, network manager. You have those fundamental blocks, and it's logical for us now to partner with the likes of Cisco, Aruba, Silver Peak, or Aviatrix, so that they can automate their branch connectivity. So there is automatically they can connect to the cloud. They can at some point use AWS backbone for cloud to branch and branch to branch connectivity, so that they have end user experience for the application performance is the best, and they get the best benefit of our backbone.
This is great. I think this is such a great enhancement in terms of the visibility that we're getting across the whole network landscape, and really kind of adding functionality. Now we don't have too long left, so
we're almost at the finish line, but we want to get
there.
as many in here. So next, I hear we have something with respect to native support in Transit Gateway for Multicast protocol. Can we get into that a little bit?
That's right. So I'm really excited about this. So for the first time, we now have native support for multicast in the cloud, where Transit Gateway acts as a multicast router. So this gives our customers capability to run their multicast applications in the cloud and take the benefits of cloud, like elasticity, can scale up and down. Prior to this, what was happening is that because there was no native support of multicast in the cloud, in any cloud, customers were kind of forced to run their multicast application in their on-prem data center, and it's really hard for them to manage those multicast applications or the network to support that multicast applications. Now we have made it really easy for customers to deploy multicast applications in the cloud, they can now actually use a lot of AWS rich services to innovate on top of those applications, because they were missing on that part, right? And it's extremely secure as well. So really excited about that announcement.
So what type of customers and industries use multicast, right? Voice over IP, those kind of workloads?
So multicast is a preferred protocol where a single source sends same data to multiple subscriber, like streaming codes or video conferencing and things like that, multimedia distribution and use cases like that are generally the applications use multicast, and actually will be supporting that in the cloud now.
Got it, great. Yeah, video conferencing is what I was thinking about. Voice over IP, I don't know if that counts as well, but that's a common use case.
Yeah, so basically if you have one single content to share with a large number of subscribers, then multicast is for you.
Brilliant,
great.
Brilliant.
I think we're finally at the last one, so we're making great time here.
Right.
Please tell me a little bit about Ingress Routing.
Right, so we are with Ingress Routing, we just announced that 2 days ago now. We are making it easy for our customers to deploy the third-party appliances, whether it's a network or a security appliance in VPC. We have a broad a wide variety of partners in AWS Marketplace, and with Ingress Routing, what happens is that you can very easily deploy these appliances in your VPC, create fine-grained policies tailored for individual workloads and in your VPC, and essentially redirect the traffic as it's entering into the VPC through an appliance, a third-party appliance, whether it's a virtual network function, or it's advanced firewall, or it's an IPS IDS system. All of those use cases are possible with Ingress Routing.
Yeah, and these are virtual appliances, right? So
these are virtual appliances.
And all available through the AWS Marketplace?
All available through AWS Marketplace. It can be a virtual network function or even your homegrown application, but we have a wide variety of partners who have offering on AWS Marketplace that you can actually, our customers can readily use as of now.
Yeah,
and we're definitely looking to onboard more and more partners to this.
Yeah,
right.
I think you say 20 vendors today?
Yeah, as of now, we have 20 partners who have their product available, which is fully integrated with Ingress Routing. I encourage our audience to go over the blogs and the solution briefs that they've put out, and they go into detail about how they leverage Ingress Routing to efficiently use those appliances in the VPCs.
Great. Well, we just spoke about so many different launches and updates to the networking features that we have and services at AWS. If folks at home want to be able to keep track of all of these new services or features, where could they follow along online? Do you have any suggested places?
So first of all, we do have all that information online already on the Transit Gateway, the VPC, and the VPN pages. So that's the first place to go for information. And then we do have more information on the documentation section, We have, throughout the year, we have sessions called networking day sessions and game day sessions that give an opportunity to our customers to learn about those features and those latest technologies, but also to get a hands-on with those technologies through the game day sessions.
Awesome. And we'll share that, if you're on Twitch, we'll share those links on the Twitch. We're just about out of time. Anoop, Tom, thanks for joining me and Nick on the Launchpad. It's been great to hear what we've had coming in networking. We'll be back on shortly. Thank you.